Hello, and welcome to the start of a brand new Let's Play. I'm Vexx, and this is Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. It's an absolutely beautiful role-playing game by BioWare, back when they had, let's say, a little less strings attached to their games and more freedom. So you could say BioWare back in their heyday, in the early 2000s. Unfortunately, since Disney bought the rights to Star Wars, most of the games all the games before their purchase are considered legends and not canon, which includes this one, despite the fact that it takes place quite a long time before even the prequel movies. So the chances of anything in this game affecting most of the games in the Disney universe were slim. They could have built off of this, as it is a very massively built game, but they decided not to. Anyway, let's start a brand new game because, well, that's what we're here to do. In the Galactic Republic of this era, and, well, even the Galactic Empire from A New Hope, men and women are equal. Granted, in the Galactic Republic, that only really applies to humans, but in the Galactic Republic, that isn't the case. We have 3 character classes to choose from. The Soldier, who is a battle-ready fighter with no equal. The Scout, an explorer most at home on the fringes of space. Or a Scoundrel, a skillful rogue that gets by on guile and stealth. Well, I read that in backwards, but anyway. In the Legends canon, I'm just probably going to say Legends from now on, the hero of this story is actually male. So I'm going to choose male, which is not that abnormal as I'm male myself. I am going to choose Soldier just because, well, I'm a bit of a fighter in these games. Anyway, so we will start off by clicking Soldier. Now we can obviously just go quick character or custom character. Let's just go custom. We obviously start with our portrait, which is the portrait of our character, obviously, and how he looks in the game. Let's see what we got to work with. We got a mullet. I tend to go with this character this male picture, to be honest. I don't know why. Alright, now attributes. We start off as a base of 8 and everything, and we have 30 points which we can play around with. I'll just quickly go over what each stat does in the game. Strength modifies physical damage. It's good for melee characters. Dexterity is how agile we are and how quick we are with our reflexes. It affects our ranged weapons, both blasters and grenades, but it also helps with our defense, making us harder to hit. Constitution is essentially our hit points. It says it's important for everyone, but especially for soldiers and Jedi Guardians. It obviously determines how much health we have and how much we get at each level, an increase. Intelligence helps our knowledge and reasoning. A high intelligence adds modifiers to the number of points a character has to spend on essential skills, which we will get at shortly. Wisdom represents our willpower and perception. A high wisdom adds modifiers to force powers and force power saving throws. It's a Jedi with high wisdom makes our force powers hit harder. Obviously, as you can probably guess from the fact that this is a Star Wars game and what we've heard from the game so far, that we will eventually become a Jedi. Get the cat out of the bag early, I guess. Now, charisma represents our personality and ability to lead. Makes some force powers stronger and makes us a more persuasive talker. I should go over before I start raising our skills. You notice up here, it costs 1 point to raise a skill by at all, and currently we have a -1 modifier. Modifier will affect different skills dependent on which skill the stat is dependent upon. So I like to at least give 2 points into every one, which, as you can see, makes a modifier of 0, neither positive or negative. Now, I'm going to want to choose to be a physical fighter, so I will raise our strength a little bit. If you notice, getting up to 12 gives us a modifier of +1, and 14 plus 2. Now at this point, it costs 2 points, 2 of these remaining skill points here, to raise it by 1. So at this point, I think I will not raise strength anymore. I will, however, raise our dexterity by 2, so we are a little bit faster and maybe have a little more defense. Constitution, because we want to be able to take a little more damage. Charisma, because, well, we're going to want to be a bit of a talker. I like to use some force powers. And we're going to want some more points for essential skills. As you can see, we're kind of a all-arounder. No, not Constitution. Let's be a little bit better talker. We're going to be a charismatic soldier. Let's be a charismatic... let's just go with more health, yeah. Alright, and now, skills. Now this is what those skill points meant. We have 8. Each skill can either be a cross-class, as this security is, or a class skill, which treat injury is. I believe treat injury is a class skill for all 3 of the classes. You can see here how it says the related attribute is wisdom in the case of treat injury. You also notice it costs 1 skill point to raise it from 0 to whatever. And for a cross-class skill, it takes 2. I'll just go over what each one does. Now, obviously, treat injury is our healing when we use a healing item. Security lets us slice into different terminals. And the special item, it lets us use less. I believe security also is what we use for lock picking. Repair lets us repair special droids that we find around the game that can help us temporarily. It also is determinant. Now this part is only for the main character. How many hit points the repair kits used heal on our droid companions. Persuade, I kind of think this is self-explanatory, is how how good we are at persuading other people. It's a skill that only us as the main character can use. So I'm going to just up that right away. Now, awareness is how aware we are, how able we are to see enemies in stealth and hidden mines. So higher awareness, is good, and it's always active, as you can see here at the bottom. Stealth is how good we are at using camouflage kits. And higher levels, better equipment, better stealth kits are work better. Demolitions determines whether we can set or disarm mines. And the higher the skill, the better we are. Computer use lets us slice into computer terminals, which lets us activate turrets to work for us or deactivate enemy turrets. It can also let us flood areas with knockout gas or poison to get rid of enemies. And the more skills we have, the less of the items we need to hack into things. You'll notice we only have 4 more points to use, because we had to use 4 to get 2 points into persuade. That's not exactly great, actually. I want to go back to our attributes. Oh, we put this one up to 14, I remember that much. This one was 12. Which one? Okay, this one, I think we are going to be a very intelligent. Let's be more charismatic. There, I think that's going to be a little bit better. Well, now we have 12. See, we're a little bit better already. Let's be a persuasive. We're going to want to be, let's lower that a little bit. I want to be aware, and I want to be able to good demolition, so we can see mines and hopefully disarm them better. Now we go into feats. And these are the ones that we start with as a soldier. Heavy armor, light armor, and medium armor proficiency. We have power attack and power blast. We have basic proficiency in blaster pistols, blaster rifles, heavy weapons, and melee weapons. Now we have 1 feat point which we can put into any of the feats. As you can see on the left hand side, all the feats have this light gray that we don't know. The ones further to the right, we don't know, and we can't learn because you have to learn the first basic before you can go to intermediate and great. In the case of here, we were given light armor, medium armor, and heavy armor. If we chose a class that was only able to use medium armor, we could use our starting feat point to get heavy armor, but it's up to you. I'm not going to go over each and every feat because there's a lot. I will go over a couple. The power attack here and the power blast are essentially, we do more damage with a less chance of hitting. This what's it called? Rapid shot and the flurry right here are essentially the opposite. We don't hit as hard, but we have we don't hit quite as hard. Nope, sorry, I'm wrong again. We suffer a temporary defense debuff, while doing extra attacks. Briefly, now this critical strike and sniper shot are basically we add critical hit chances. Now you can see here these are the weapon proficiencies. Not all classes can go all the way up to specialization, which you notice we would also need to be level 4 to get. Not all of them can go everywhere. This strength, shoulder, arm, bicep curling gives us more bonus to health. And implants here, yeah, I guess I'm going over a few more than I initially anticipated, are cybernetic implants. I believe it's the Scout starts with these. We could go here. Oh yeah, here you go. Scouts gets this feat for free at level 1. Yep, Scouts. They can be interesting. Not all implants are good, but some are, and you have to go up to level 3 to get the best implants, because they also go into higher abilities. Now, wait, what's this one? I can't remember. Caution. Oh, this one gives a bonus to demolition stealth. Oh, cool. I didn't realize that. Anyway, I like to personally go for 2-weapon fighting, which reduces the attack penalty of using a double-bladed weapon, like say a sword with a blade on either end, or a saber staff, or a normal one-handed weapon in each hand. Now the first level raises it from a normal -6 to damage in the main hand and -10 in the offhand to -6 in both hands. If it's a balanced weapon or a smaller weapon in the offhand, like a dagger in the offhand, for instance, or a short sword, the minuses become -4 to main hand and -6 in the offhand. At the mastered 2 weapons fighting, it becomes, hang on, each round for a total -2 in the main hand, it becomes a -2 to each hand. Now, if we're using a balanced weapon, it becomes a no debuff on our main hand and -2 in our offhand. So that becomes pretty important as our skill goes up. Like I said, I like to go for this, so we will select it. Now we can do our name. Now we could go first and last name, but we are just Vexx. Just Vexx. Alright, now we go play. We start the game. Alright, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. If you've watched any Star Wars movie or played any game, yeah, you knew this is coming. The classic Star Wars text crawl. I will read it out because it doesn't read it to us. Knights of the Old Republic. 4,000 years before the rise of the Galactic Empire, the Republic verges on collapse. Darth Malak, last surviving apprentice of the Dark Lord Revan, has unleashed an invincible Sith armada upon an unsuspecting galaxy. Crushing all resistance, Malak's war of conquest has left the Jedi Order scattered and vulnerable, as countless knights fall in battle, and many more swear allegiance to the new Sith Master. In In the skies above the outer rim world of Terrace, a Jedi battle fleet engages the forces of Darth Malak in a desperate effort to halt the Sith's galactic domination. Alright, now that is a brief synopsis of what's going on, obviously, as happens in any Star Wars movie. And at this point, we are shown the opening cinematic of the game. That ship looks relatively familiar, even if it is 4,000 years in the past. Oh, the ship's going down. What do you think the odds are we're on that ship? I'm gonna guess pretty high, unfortunately. Oh, I'm guessing that's us. Yep, that's definitely us. Oh, red alert, red alert. Oh, who's this guy?
We've been ambushed by a Sith battle fleet. The Endar Spire is under attack. Hurry up, we don't have much time.
Now, I'm gonna go out on a limb here. It's probably pretty strong and guess this ship is the Endar Spire. Now, as you can hear, pretty much everything is voice acted in this game, so you don't have to suffer through my shifting voices. The only things that I will have to read out of when people are talking are creatures that do not speak Galactic Basic. For instance, Wookiees. Anyway, let's ask him, who are you?
I'm Trask Ulgo, ensign with the Republic Fleet. I'm your bunkmate here on the Endar Spire. We work opposite shifts. I guess that's why you haven't seen me before. Now hurry up! We have to find Bastila. We have to make sure she makes it off the ship alive.
Wait, who's Bastila? Or, forget it, I'm looking after my own skin. Well, we are soldiers, so I guess we should be loyal. And besides, we don't know who this Bastila is.
Bastila is the commanding officer on the Endar Spire. Well, not an officer, really. But she's the one in charge of this mission. One of our primary duties is to guarantee her survival in the event of an enemy attack. You swore an oath just like everyone else on this mission. Now it's time to make good on that oath. I've heard all about your reputation. Elite combat training, tops in your class. It's no wonder you were handpicked for this mission. Word is the officers haven't seen a recruit with your kind of potential in 20 years. But all that potential doesn't mean a thing if you can't deliver when it counts. We're soldiers. We're trained for combat. Bastila is going to need men and women like us at her side during this attack.
Now, that's talk about us being soldiers and top in our class will change slightly if we chose Scoundrel or Scout. But the gist of it will be the same. That we can speak many languages and essentially we're awesome. Now we can still go on and say, let's go help Bastila, or oath or no oath, I'm heading to the escape pod. Again, we're probably a loyal soldier, so let's help her.
So hurry up and grab your gear. You need to suit up so we can get out of here.
Now 2 just gives us a fourth wall breaking explanation of where our gear is. I won't bore you with that. We'll just say okay. All it means going to say is we click the right mouse button to turn the camera, left mouse button on this footlocker to select it, left mouse button again to go and open it, and we get a stimulant, blaster rifle, short sword, clothing, and a med pack. And we gain experience for that. Notice in the bottom right hand corner here we have these med packs.
Come on, we have to hurry. The Sith might already be boarding the ship to try and capture Bastila. Put
Probably.
your equipment on so we can get out of here.
Okay. And we have that adrenal. So to equip, we hit this gun icon up there. We have different places that we can equip. We have this implants slot, which we don't have the skills to use implants, nor do we actually have an implant. We have a head slot, which we can put something in on our head, obviously. Gloves. We got right arm and left arm, so like bracers. And, well, clothing, a body slot. All we have is this basic clothing. So we might as well put it on this way. We are not running around in our underwear. Left arm, which is our offhand. A belt. Now if we had a stealth generator, this is where it'd go. And this is our main hand. We're always right-handed. Even if you're left-handed in real life, it's always right-handed. Now here, we click, we have the choice of this short sword or blaster rifle. As I mentioned, we're going melee. So, oh, you notice, this says this is a balanced weapon. So if we had a other weapon, a longer weapon, putting this in our offhand slot will give us it'll be balanced. So we're now equipped. Alright, close.
Okay, let's move out. We should stick together. You'll have more success with a party than on your own.
Alright, now we just get him to join our party. Now, we only have one slot available and only the one guy. So he's in our... Oh, sorry, we have 2 slots. It's normally a party of 3, but we only have one person. Trask. Now, if you notice, these are the silhouettes of the people that will eventually be selectable in the game. We have not met any of them yet, so they're not selectable. But, okay, that's all we need.
Because of the attack, this room is in lockdown. But don't worry, I've got the override codes. You'll have to use me to unlock the door.
Again, the number 2 of how do I use you to unlock the door is a bit of fourth wall breaking. Even the little bit of him talking saying you'll have to use me is fourth wall breaking. But let's just hit OK. What that is saying is we just need to click on him, which selects him, because we only select the first character, and just left click on the door twice to unlock the door.
Now that the door is open, you better take the lead again.
Fourth wall breaking yet again. Anyway, at this point, before we go on and start the actual game now, I am going to end the video looking at our handsome mug. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys have a great day.